last one.
Yep, we've seen that before. Next slide. So this is what we're talking about. So I had several starters that I had rebuilt, but I never thought to try them out. I mean, why would you want to try it out? Just carry a starter around and not know if it works or not. So all it takes is a 6-volt battery and touch the two contacts. I did that and it barely turned over. The starter barely turned over, just on the bench. So first thing to do was to look at inside the starter itself to see if the brushes were contacting and so on, and they were good. It looked good. So the next thought was, well, I'll take the starter switch off and look at it. Next slide. Oh, for those that don't know, but Vince knows this, Brad knows this, on the starter band, or even on a generator band, there's sometimes a stamped number. This one is 5J. The 5 is the month, the J is 1929. If it was a K, it would be 1930. And if it was an L, it would be 1931, right? Guys? So technically this starter was made in June, May of 29. Next slide.
Sorry about that.
So how many have looked at a starter, the inside of the starter switch? Everybody has. So inside there is this beryllium copper spring contact that when you step on the starter, you're pushing down on this area. This is anchored, and so anchored and an electrical connection underneath here, when it's just sprung up, is another button that it pushes down to it, and that's what passes the current through it. Next slide. So what it looks like, what it should look like is this. What I found was that one of the edges was completely broken. The other one only was maybe 2/3 passing through. So it wasn't passing any real current through to the starter off of this 6-volt battery. Next slide. So you can buy new starter switches for $30. They don't look close to original.
Yeah, the internals are not. I probably did 30 of them for Vince's car, had parts, all different reproduction originals, and the copper, some of them are brass, some of them are copper inside there, but the strength of the copper is not the same. There were some that were so soft that once you push it down, they wouldn't come back up.
Sure.
You know, I mean, they're just all over the board.
So again, I needed to spend some time, waste some time. So to Ken's point of view, why would I want to do this instead of spending $30 for a repro starter that's a piece of junk anyway? Just because I could. I found a local supplier in the Twin City area that carried beryllium copper. Beryllium copper again is real hard. But it's like a spring steel. Only it's copper. It's electrical conductive. They gave me a strip to make this out of, and said good luck. So beryllium is a carcinogenic. So you need to wear a face mask or something when you're working with it for the dust that's on it. In this case, I was drilling and filing. It took me 45 minutes to go back one slide. To have a finished part that looks like this. I'll put it in the starter and it works fine.
How much is it really?
They gave it to me.
They're trying to get rid of it.
Because it's a person.
But they
Costs them $50
they
to
had
get
tons
rid
of
of
it.
it.
I had a hard time getting rid of what we had.
They gave it to me because they felt sorry for me. Phil,
The one you made there looks like it's more brass colored than copper. Is it more brassy looking or was it copper?
it's brassy looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it must be an alloy of some kind that's got some elasticity to it.
It's, you know, believe it or not, it's 90 thousandths thick, but it's very stiff. If it was copper, you could probably bend it by hand.
Put it in injection mold, also a very good heat conductor,
Sure.
sucks the heat right out of injection mold. Really expensive when you gotta buy it for that.
You're talking beryllium?
Yeah, we've had to buy, I just worked on a big block.
What's so different with the beryllium copper that from regular copper that have
It's
that?
harder, so it doesn't wear out. Put regular copper in injection mold, the friction of the mold, the parts ejecting, wear it out, really good look better.
Are there any more slides there?
Not after your one, description of the process.
Okay,
This is, that's the last one.
so I still have some leftover bar stock that was free.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to try their hand at it.
You made that?
Did you heat it to bend it?
No, I did cold.
Either would it heal it and make it out of pipe?
I don't know. Maybe Brad knows. I mean,
I don't think heating it would do any good, you'd have to have one kind of torch, try to get it out of the.
because
It sucks the heat up so fast.
Do you have to take any extra safety precautions when you guys deal with it?
Machining it, we usually do it under coolant, so there's no dust. That's the main concern, because you can get beryllium from it.
Yeah. Want to wear gloves to handle it.
Yeah.